Two little girls are running across the lawn. They keep looking back. Their faces, God, their faces. They're 6 years old, and they're terrified. Betty Thompson's arthritic hands freeze on the watering can. She's 80, she's seen things, but she's never seen children move like that. Hunched over, trying to make themselves smaller, invisible. Before we go deeper, hit that like button and subscribe if stories like this shake you. Drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. These stories reach further than you think. The girls reach her porch. They look up at her with eyes too old for their faces. Our new daddy doesn't like us. The words are a whisper, barely there, but they hit Betty like a fist to the chest. Then comes the voice. Girls, what do you think you're doing? Get back here right now. Here's what you need to understand about Betty Thompson. 3 days ago, her street was silent. Empty houses, for sale signs, the kind of quiet that presses down on you until you can't breathe. She's one of the last originals left. Everyone else moved away or died. She tends her roses because George used to love them. George, who's been gone for 3 years but whose voice she still hears in the garden. George, who would know what to do right now. Then the moving truck arrives. Betty watches from her garden, trying to look busy, trying not to stare. A woman steps out, early 30s, beautiful, yellow sundress bright against her dark skin. 2 little girls bounce down behind her, twins, matching braids, eyes full of wonder. Betty's heart lifts. Children, finally. Laughter returning to this dead street. But then the man emerges, white, late 30s, muscular. Something in his posture makes Betty's stomach tighten. The way he surveys the neighborhood, like he owns it, like he's daring anyone to question him. The woman, Melanie, Betty will learn, catches her eye. Smiles, warm, real. Betty waves back. The man sees, his jaw clenches. Here's where it starts to unravel. That night, Betty's in her living room. Chamomile tea, nature documentary. The ritual she and George used to share. Now she does it alone. Bang. The sound tears through the night from next door, like something heavy falling, or a door slammed with rage. Then screams, high-pitched, muffled, the kind that make your blood freeze. Betty sits up, heart hammering. She strains to hear nothing, just silence. They're settling in, she tells herself. Moving is stressful, but her hands shake as she sets down the teacup. The next morning, she bakes a lemon drizzle cake, her mother's recipe, the kind that's supposed to make neighbors into friends. She knocks. Melanie answers. Up close, Betty sees the weariness, the exhaustion written in the lines around her eyes. Good morning. I'm Betty, your neighbor. I thought I'd welcome you with a little homemade treat. Melanie's face lights up. Oh, that's so kind of you. I'm Melanie. It's lovely to... The man appears, Tom. He steps in front of Melanie, blocks her from view. Thanks for the cake. His voice is flat, cold. But we're pretty busy today. Lots of unpacking. We're private people. We'll let you know if we need anything. He takes the cake. Starts closing the door. Behind him, Melanie mouths, Thank you. The door shuts. Betty stands there, the dismissal stinging like a slap. But it's not the rejection that bothers her. It's the way Tom positioned himself, the way Melanie's smile died, the way she mouthed those words, like she wasn't allowed to say them out loud. This is where it gets darker. Betty spends the day trying to distract herself, watering plants, reading, anything to quiet the unease crawling up her spine. Then she sees them through the window, the twins, moving across the lawn toward her house, not playing, not exploring, escaping. Every few steps, they glance back, little bodies tense, ready to bolt. Betty opens the door before they reach it. kneels down, despite her knees screaming in protest. "Hello, dears. Is everything all right?" The girls look at each other, some silent twin communication. Then one leans in, whispers, "Our new daddy doesn't like us." The world tilts. "What do you mean, sweetheart?" "Girls!" Tom's voice is thunder. He's striding across the lawn, face twisted with barely controlled rage. The twins flinch. Their whole bodies recoil. "I'm so sorry," one whispers. "We have to go." They run back. Tom grabs them by the arms, drags them toward the house. Betty watches, frozen, helpless. The door slams. The sound echoes. She stands on her porch for a long time, the little girl's words playing on repeat. Our new daddy doesn't like us. Not stepfather, not mom's boyfriend. Our new daddy. Like they've been coached, like they've been warned. Betty's hands shake as she goes inside, lowers herself into her chair. What would George do? She knows the answer. She's always known. Her fingers hover over the phone. Doubt creeps in. What if she's wrong? What if she causes trouble for an innocent family? But then she sees those faces again. The fear. The way they hunched their shoulders trying to disappear. She dials 911. "I'm not sure if this is an emergency, but I'm very concerned about my new neighbors, especially the children." The operator listens. Betty tells her everything. The noises, Tom's aggression, the twins' terror. "The little girl told me their new daddy doesn't like them, and you should have seen how scared they looked when he called them back. We take reports of potential child endangerment very seriously. Officers are on their way." Betty hangs up. Her heart is racing. She's set something in motion now, something that can't be undone. The wait feels like years, then sirens, 2 police cruisers, lights flashing, 4 officers, 2 head to Betty's house, 2 go next door. Officer Johnson and Officer Rivera sit in her living room. She tells them everything again, every detail, every moment of fear she witnessed. "You did the right thing by calling us," Officer Rivera says. Her dark eyes are intense, serious. "Your actions today may have made a real difference." Through the window, Betty watches it unfold. The officers knock, wait, knock again harder. Melanie opens the door, body tense, eyes darting. Tom appears behind her, his face is a storm. The officers talk, calm, professional. Tom's voice rises. Betty can hear fragments. "No right. Private property? Mind your own business?" One officer pulls Melanie aside. Tom moves to follow. The other officer steps between them. Tom's rage explodes. He lunges. In an instant, everything erupts. The officer restrains him. More shouting. The other 2 officers rush over. Betty's hand flies to her mouth. Then she sees them. In the upstairs window, 2 small faces peering down, watching their world implode. Officer Rivera is talking to Melanie in the yard now. Betty can't hear the words, but she can see the moment Melanie breaks. Her shoulders shake. She buries her face in her hands, years of terror pouring out. The officer places a hand on her arm. Speaking softly, listening. Melanie talks and talks and talks. Her posture changes, straightens, like each word lifts a weight. Then Tom sees them. "Melanie, tell them this is all a mistake. You know I love you and the girls. We're happy, aren't we? Tell them." Melanie lifts her chin. "No more lies, Tom. It's over." Tom's face contorts. "You ungrateful—" He lunges again. The officers pull him back. "You're under arrest for domestic abuse and child endangerment. You have the right to remain silent." The twins appear at the door. An officer gently guides them out. When Melanie sees them, she breaks away, runs, drops to her knees, and pulls them into her arms. They cling to each other, sobbing, shaking. Betty's crying now too. Tom's shoved into a police cruiser, still shouting. still raging. As the car carrying Melanie and the twins prepares to leave for the station, Melanie's eyes find Betty's window. They look at each other across the distance. Melanie smiles, small, tremulous, grateful. Betty raises her hand, a small wave, trying to say everything she can't put into words. But here's what stays with you. Later, as Betty sits in her kitchen alone, she thinks about George, about the life they built here, about the neighborhood that used to be full of laughter. The doorbell rings. She opens it. The twins are standing there. They've broken away from their mother again, but this time they're not running from something. They're running toward something. They fall into Betty's arms, sobbing. "Thank you for helping us." Betty holds them tight. These little girls who shouldn't know such fear, who shouldn't have to thank someone for saving them. Melanie appears on the lawn, walking toward them, tears streaming down her face. "I'm so sorry," she says. "I don't know what to say, how to thank you." Betty shakes her head, still holding the girls. "There's no need to thank me. I just did what I hope anyone would do. I was so scared I didn't know how to get out, how to protect them." Betty reaches out, takes Melanie's hand. "You're the brave one. It takes so much courage to speak up, to break free." They stay there on the porch, this unlikely family, brought together by circumstance and compassion. Betty makes a silent promise. She'll be there for them, however they need her. The months that follow change everything. Betty's kitchen table, once a place of solitary meals, becomes their gathering spot. Melanie comes for coffee, finding strength in Betty's wisdom. The twins visit constantly, their laughter filling the empty spaces. Betty helps with childcare during court dates, helps with paperwork for social services. Her dining room becomes command central for rebuilding a life. The transformation is slow, but real. Melanie's shoulders straighten, her voice grows stronger. The twins, Emily and Sophia, start to play, to laugh, to be children again. One evening, over dinner, Sophia looks up at Betty with serious eyes. "Are you our guardian angel?" Betty's heart swells. "Oh, my dear, I'm just a neighbor who cares." Melanie reaches across the table, grasps Betty's hand. "You're so much more than that. I don't know how we would have managed without you." Betty looks around at the faces of her newfound family. She thinks about George, about loneliness, about the quiet that used to press down on her. It's gone now. In helping them heal, she found her own healing. Her quiet life transformed into something richer, fuller, more alive. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, like, share, and subscribe for more stories that matter. Tell us where you're watching from. Your comment might be in the next video. Until next time, stay vigilant and stay kind. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is make one phone call. Sometimes the most important thing you can do is pay attention. Would you have made that call?